One of that lady that suits Standard Bank. Education-wise, I want to be her. I aspire to be that disgustingly educated.
Ngilibele ngibabazile. Into engathi yimovie. Into engahamba iyoqoqa ama-soft active kaze ngize ngizwe into enje kodwa nansi. Standard Bank. Guys, I don't know. Yes. I'm so mad. I'm so hurt. I'm so mad on her behalf. Because Standard Bank, what level of pettiness? What level of drag me to hell and I'll drag you to hell just because you want ukuthi lo sisilona nimskemi mali, nimfraude. Yes, if we're not mad enough for South Africans and guys, stop banking with Standard Bank. I watched all of part 1 to 13 and their short clips, but I yes, the more I'm so mad. Her strength in telling a story, and the only time she breaks down is when she tells the story of them, the thugs that were sent by Standard Bank are trying to rape her daughter. What do you mean umuntu nimplanela nize nimfikele endlini nimbophelele? Yes sir, Standard Bank niyakwazi ukuphatha umuntu njengenja. Niyangizisa ngithini? Kaze ngize ngiyibona ayikho into enje kodwa nansi. Guys, please go listen to the story. Please repost the story because it needs to be on main media. Ayikho into enje. Usisi uyaxoxa and I can just imagine her trauma. All because she wanted a car.
Hi bo guys. Hi bo. Istory saka Prof guys ngicela siqhubekeni. Prof Anele who has been going through the most with Standard Bank. You know, I watched part 1 kaze ngayofika part 13 esisho istory sakhe of the way abamtreating ngakhona, just the different atrocious things that she went through with Standard Bank, all because she was trying to defend herself. Yabona nje thina ke who are young, we all see ourselves and our stories in Prof Anele because there are so many of us who have gone through horrible things, you know. Singakwazi ukuzidefenda. I remember mina before movele Abu Dhabi, I think I was 20. I was also taken advantage of by a lawyer. This lawyer was supposedly a landlord. I was subletting, so ngangihlala mina through somebody that I knew. And ngifuna nje fast forward the story, but because I was young, naive, black, didn't know my rights, didn't know anything, this so-called landlord took advantage of me, you know. They met me and through a Chinese guy. I was staying with a Chinese guy in Gishera apartment in Melville. It was a 2-bedroom townhouse, and then this guy decided to leave, and then ngahlala mina ngasala ngedwa, and I was supposed to find somebody also share nami. I couldn't find that person, so I decided ukuthi yazi ngifuna ukuphuma, ngabanika notice, hayibo bang ignore, ngathi sengiphuma bangafuni ukunginika deposit yami. Hey guys, I went through trauma of they wanted to attach my car. I remember my first car ngangine Golf, Ichico. They went to my apartment. I'd gone to visit my cousin in Pretoria at that time. Ngangihlala Kempton Park. They went and they took everything in my apartment. Angazi ukuthi bavulelwa ubani kanjani. Hey guys, ngathi ngithi ngibayise court bantshontsha ama documents, ama dockets. Angazi noma kuthiwa ama documents noma ama dockets. Unfortunately, I had moved to Abu Dhabi, so I couldn't come back to South Africa to attend this case. But those people were white people. These were white lawyers. Because they were lawyers, they took advantage of the situation. My father also went through ukurojwa from a bank again. You know, my father had been paying FNB imali for 10 years. Over 10 years, he was paying this, premium. I think it was money that was supposed to come to me. And he was supposed to get this money after 10 years. After 10 years of paying this money, FNB started coming up with some stories. You know, my father passed away with a heartbreak because I think around that time that money was supposed to come out for me was when they gave him all this runaround. But because he had no voice, he had nobody to represent him, that money nje icwilile after he had paid for 10 years. Kudala kudlalwa ngabantu, guys. But when you listen to Prof Anele's story, you are like, yo, it's deep. Like, it's really deep, and it gets deeper and deeper when you are black, because what she went through, guys, what she had gone through, and what she went through because she was this clever black who is educated, who tried to do the right thing, who tried to expose the wrong thing. Go and follow Story Sak. Go and follow Story Saka Prof. She's so inspiring. It's so triggering. Yonke lento yakhe. It's so painful to listen to. But Standard Bank, thank God I don't even bank with Standard Bank. I mean, I no Standard Bank, but I just have a traumatized experience with FNB through my father. Nje, go and watch Story Saka Prof and come back comment la umtshela ukuthi what do you think. Kuyadlalwa ngabantu abamnyama.
I just heard my sister's story. Hey Bafethu, what's happening there by Standard Bank? What's going on? Ukulobona umamele story ne? A 13-part series or a 14-part. Mara, you keep going like 1, 2. You wanna see where this story is going. Kuri, every moment of this lady's story was capturing. Bafethu. Ay. What's going on in South Africa, Bafethu? What's going on with these syndicates that are going on? And then you find people fighting in Ntantla Mkhwanazi when we want justice in this country. Barasa, because now they're coming for them. Now Ntantla Mkhwanazi never more praise, and now they're not praising him anymore. Hey, Bafethu, we can't be living in a country like this. We can't. Kuri, now when we go into these establishments, we must just take pictures, print, file things, because that's the lesson I took from this lady. We must make sure. I remember when I was buying a property for my business, something that we needed, like as I said, I buy trailers and stuff like that. Barry, we are closing right now, please fetch the receipt tomorrow. What? After I've paid you such a deposit, what this thing you know, so when I'm listening to her story, I'm like, hey Bafethu, we can't play that game. You already know. Hi, printers are not hey Bafethu, tell us those things before we pay you. Because then you are closing now. You were supposed to tell me that before transfer So that's what I took from this thing. We really need to be careful, guys. It's really sad because my sister here just lost her daughter, lost her husband, and she has to go through this. But one thing I will give her props in is that she's a really brave woman. I'm not surprised that she's that successful. It is these kind of women that make it far in life. So I'm not surprised that she's made it that far. She's got that fighting spirit in her. And hey man, let's just raise awareness. Let's just stand behind her and support her. We are in the digital era. We are no longer going to be bullied by anybody. If you've got the paperwork and you've got this digital era we are living in, show us the paperwork. Expose people that are crooking people. No, man, we can't be living like this.
Yabona umamela indaba uyatraina, but this one umuntu had to listen to. Yabona into ka Prof Anele and Standard Bank. Yo, iyandigowisa. Ndiyagowa betina ndigowiswa indaba ka Standard Bank no Prof. Sivuka senzani thina as South Africans, as abantu ababhenga ku Standard Bank, ngoba lento ingenzeka nakuwe, and mna anoba na imali enganga ka Prof that will help me fight Standard Bank. In fact, nengqondo engakaya andikakabi nayo that will help me Standard Bank. The hurt that she went through ngenxa ka-Standard Bank, yo, andiyazi uba ithiwani into enjeya. How do we then pack our bags and go simshiye uStandard Bank thina ziclients zakhe? Ngoba lo sihleli yonke into mna yami ise-Standard Bank, yonke into. I can't just wake up. It won't be easy for me. Anayo imali eninzi ezondenza uba ndithi uba ndiyavuka ngoku investe ekhavele nje yabo xa unemali zonke izinto zisoteka noko andikakafiki sekude kulo level. But how do we make uStandard Bank feel it? Aphendule ngoba they're supposed to be accountable to us as the South Africans. We can't continue life as normal after knowing such. Like ingathi ubalisa intswelo ngathi hayi uzothi hayi inoba bubuxoki lento sozibe inyani. No. uStandard Bank ohluke kanjani kwi-politicians? Yo, hayi ndiyakoyika uba se-South Africa. Yo, kanti ezi nkampani zingcole kanje?
Professor Mkati, she's a retired professor in finance and law. She went through a horrible ordeal with the Standard Bank. She reported a case, a fraud incident while she was purchasing her car, and the thing just went from it's just escalated to a nightmare, to trauma, to the abuse of power. The list goes on and on, right? So I posted the video yesterday. It's about the corruption. It's about the direction that South Africa is going to, which is dark, right? The Madlanga Commission, ad hoc committee, you listen to Mkhwanazi, everything else. No, it's not just corruption that is the problem. No, there's something that is lurking behind it that is more sinister. What's more wicked about what's happening here is the arrogance and the entitlement, is the culture systematically that exists in what we see as corruption. Because that is arrogant. That is entitled. And I tell you, once something gets to that level, the lengths and the extents to which people will go to protect what is corrupt, what is corruption to us and what is gain to them, are scary. It involves unaliving people. It involves the abuse of power. It involves intimidation. It involves a whole lot of things, because these people are basically feeling that they are untouchable. Why are they feeling untouchable? No, it's not just because they are corrupt. It's because they are arrogant and entitled. What is wrong? You understand what I'm saying? Their moral compass, it is so weakened to a point where what is wicked and wrong is starting to feel right. And when someone thinks I am right, I'm entitled to this, that's when the whole thing of corruption becomes dangerous. Corruption is unethical, it's unacceptable, it's not good, Nje. But what's more sinister and evil is when it becomes systematic. It's when there's a sense of arrogance and entitlement that comes with it, because at that level, they can just unalive you at any time. At that level, intimidation is the language of the day. At that level, the abuse of power becomes a norm. There's no more integrity. There's no ethics, morals, conscience. Let's follow Lamotu, none whatsoever. So, the whole thing that is happening right now, Prof. Anele Mkandi, what she's exposing, the Madlanga Commission, Mkhwanazi, the ad hoc committee, no, it's not just corruption. It's systematic. And what's even more dangerous and lurking behind is the arrogance, is the entitlement, is the abuse of power, which is why these things need to be exposed. Because when corruption gets to that level, even what makes us humans boo to, like that in the process, it doesn't matter anymore. It's all about what I'm going to gain. You call it corruption, but I'm focusing on what I'm going to gain. And right now, you're standing on my way. I'm going to do whatever it takes. So
I have seen all your comments and DMs about Professor Anele, and I have nothing to say except this, that every week we see how much talent and how much potential and how much vision, whether it is people like Professor Anele or people like Fezile Dlamini, who didn't get funding from any state institutions. There's so much talent and so much willingness and so much passion and so much drive for us to do better and to progress and then reach back and try and pull forward the people in the communities that we come from. And then we face not just opposition, but threats, danger, lives at risk for doing that, whether it be in the public sector or in the private sector. And like the thousands of you, possibly millions at this point, who are wishing her well in the pursuit of justice, I wish her exactly the same. Because of all the institutions that do the disgusting work of holding people back from progress, very few are as sickly as banks. Whether it be something as small as horrible interests on vehicle finance or discrimination in terms of granting home loans and business loans, or something on the bigger scale like funding literal political parties so that they can develop policy that stand in the way of progress. The banks are always in it. But I do admit, nothing as hands-on and dirty as gruesome, or very few at least, stories told to this level of detail as what Professor Anele says the banks have done to her, or the bank has done to her. Banks are known for using the pen, you know what I mean? For using policy, for using finance or withholding finance. They are known for playing dirty maneuvers and tricks. This feels personal. This seems very personal because let me stop there.
Hello Mzansi, welcome to Mgosi waseMzansi. People are still reacting to stories of Prof Anele exposing Standard Bank, and people are saying good type of Standard Bank umubani. No, people are saying good thing. Bayithanda indlela ahandlishe lendzaba lengakhona, the way she's so calm, the way she dealt with things is just out of this world. People are saying ukuthi hey, I hope siyabona ukuthi ibaluleke kangakanani education, because if ngabe bekungisomeone nje betiyodidlalela ngaye Standard Bank ngisho necase angayiwini nokuyiwina. So people are saying ukuthi power to her, man. People are clapping for her, but people are saying ukuthi they are so proud of how she handled this case. Do comment your thoughts down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. I'm signing out. Goodbye.